This is Grace from the Eastside Music School. Kids are going back to school, which means cold and flu season is upon us, which means it's more important than ever to protect the health of your voice. Singer or not, stick around and I'm going to share a few tips and tricks to keep your voice healthy and happy. Unless you've taken a voice lesson before, you probably haven't given much thought to the health and the functions of your voice. So just some basics of sound production. We have vocal cords located in our larynx. They're made out of thin layers of muscular tissue, and they're coated in a fine mucus layer that keeps everything lubricated and working properly for us, much like oil in a machine. Sickness, mistreatment, and overuse are the main sources of vocal stress. So sickness is anything like allergies, colds, coughs, the flu, an upper respiratory infection that may inflame the throat, inflame the larynx, and make it painful to speak or sing. If you find speaking to be laborious, take a vocal rest. Make sure you stay really hydrated and get plenty of sleep. Also, look out for certain cold and flu medications that contain a decongestant, as these may dry you out. Overuse is especially common in those who use their voices for work. People like teachers, servers and bartenders, salespeople, and public speakers are just a few of many who use their voices professionally outside of music. If you find yourself to be fatigued from work, hydration and sleep alone might not be enough to rest your voice. Here are a couple strategies that you can implement to protect the health of your voice. The first being, don't overuse your voice to the point of yelling or shouting. In a crowded restaurant at night, it might be difficult to be heard over the noise, but things like good diction and good articulation can have you heard over a large crowd, and if it's available to you, use a microphone. If you're speaking on the phone all day at work, don't cradle the phone between your head and your neck, as this is putting stress on your larynx, where your vocal cords are housed, therefore putting stress on your vocal cords. Use a cordless phone, use Bluetooth, or have the phone up to your ear like normal. Implement some non-verbal cues into your day, like pointing, raising a hand for stop, or raising your hand in general, or use your email, sticky notes, or a small whiteboard when you don't feel like talking. If you find that you do have a lot of vocal fatigue, you might want to whisper to preserve your voice, but this is actually counterproductive to the health of your voice. When we whisper, our cords rub against each other instead of vibrating properly, creating further strain and irritation on the vocal cords. Activities such as smoking, drinking alcohol, drinking caffeine, yelling and shouting, and being in high levels of air conditioning are all considered mistreatment of the voice and should be avoided. I'm not saying don't have your daily coffee or don't have your nightcap, but replenish every ounce of alcohol or caffeine with water, and your voice will thank you. For singers, I find it helpful to consider our voice as a muscle, just like an athlete would consider their muscles for sport. So if you have some slight irritation, but nothing too painful, doing light vocal exercises can benefit you. Much like a runner who has pulled a hamstring is not going to run full out at practice, but they are going to take a few laps around the track just to keep their muscles warm. Exercises like humming, doing lip trills displace pressure from the vocal cords into other places such as the mouth and the head, making it lighter on your voice to vocalize and just keeping you warm overall. Use a humidifier at home if you don't have one. You can put a pot on the stove and just boil some water and inhale that steam, or take vitamins A, C, D, and E to keep your mucus levels healthy and happy. Listen to your body, and if speaking or singing hurts, take a vocal rest. Practicing on a damaged instrument only leads to further damage. Thank you all for spending some time with me today, and I hope you can take some of these tips and apply them to your speaking and singing life. If you are in Austin, Texas, and you're interested about learning more or taking a private lesson with me, visit eastsidemusic.com and you'll find all the information there. Thank you. Bye.